As record-low reading and math scores reveal the impact of school shutdowns, the president of America's second-largest teachers union is trying to shift the blame.
Randy Weingarten tweeting, quote, this, disruption was everywhere, and it was bad regardless of whether schools were remote or in person, close quote.
Meanwhile, at The Atlantic, they are calling to declare a pandemic amnesty and forgive the leaders behind those shutdowns.
Forget it.
Our next guest has fought to put education first. Lieutenant Governor of Virginia, Winsome Sears, is here with reaction. Good morning to you, Lieutenant Governor.
Good morning to you all.
Hey, what do you make of Randy Weingarten, the president of the American Federation of Teachers, saying, look, mistakes were made, but we did it in the best interest, and just forget about all that stuff. And she doesn't even apologize for the fact that our kids' math and reading scores have tanked.
Yes, this is what they do. She was one of the major proponents of closing our schools, and unfortunately, most of these Democrat governors listened to her and did exactly that. And now they're saying, oh, you know, just forget about it. No, the problems are existing where our children did not learn, and matter of fact, they did not log in. Not one time, quite a few of them. Yeah. So what they're saying also is that the children did not have access to log on. And we as parents are saying it is time for us to take back education, and in fact we are going to do that because we're going to elect different leaders so that we can get full responsibility again.
Well, y'all did do that in the state of Virginia with Youngkin winning governor. You're the lieutenant governor. What's your message to voters? These next 7 days are crucial. I hope you can hear me. I know you're fixing your earpiece. What is your message to the voters?
Well, the message is that we need to have our schools back. Our children don't get do-overs. They have one shot at childhood, and then after that, they have to pay for it. There's a world out there that is not waiting for them. And in fact, when we look at the test scores of our children here against the rest of the world, China is #1, and USA is #2. We need to do differently. We can't keep doing the same things, that is, voting the same way, expecting different results. We know what that means. And we're not insane. We are quite sane people, and we're taking back our country. We're taking charge.
38% of 8th graders cannot grasp basic math concepts. So we look at a situation where Randy Weingarten says, we all suffer, let's get over it. A magazine tells us to forget about it. I say we can't forget about it, especially when the biggest drop on test scores came from impoverished districts. So the people that need it most suffer the most, and there's got to be hell to pay for it. Here's the plan. Do you guys have a plan to catch the kids of Virginia up for what they missed?
Yes, and by the way, speaking of Randy Weingarten, do you know, I just saw a report that 4 of the largest teachers' unions have lost about 200,000 members because, you know, most of these teachers, they don't want this woke stuff either. They don't want to be teaching gender policy and all that. They just want to teach the children. That's what they went to school for. They have a love for it. So we here in Virginia, what we're going to do, because I'm going to have a bill put in next year, is to give parents the opportunity to choose where their children should go to school.
Awesome.
Whether that's to remain in public schools or homeschool or private school, whatever it is what you want to do. And by the way, those of you extreme liberals who say that this policy only helps rich folks. Folks, do you think the rich folks are waiting for a government program to decide to send their children to school anywhere they want?
So have the money follow them?
And by the way,
have the money
follow the child.
Right.
Competition is very good. And we knew, by the way, that these COVID policies were not working. It wasn't COVID that shut the schools down. It was the politicians who shut the schools down. Never let a crisis go to waste.
Right. Indeed. And it was the unions that kept them closed.
And the masks on the kids.
Yes.
Lieutenant Governor Winsome Sears.
Yes.
Ma'am, thank you very much for joining us live from the Commonwealth of Virginia.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.